today, and I think they're happy. They're happy with it. So. Mm-hmm.
Nice. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. All right. Find me. Ugh. Yay. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hello. Okay.
Just one second.
Go live.
1 second. 1 second. Hold on. God.
I'm good. How are you?
I could be better, but there's another co-host who's rushing me.
I can't turn off the AD in me. The AD wants to rush you. Always. Always.
Yeah, and I also told you rush me, I go slower. And that makes you mad even more.
Don't worry. Carly, my second AD, thinks the same way too.
She's like, you keep yelling, I ain't moving faster.
She's like, stop it.
I know.
Looking at me is not going to make it go faster.
Right. And just staring doesn't make it go faster either.
Staring with extreme disappointment.
Yeah. It's like you're just an upset dad. Like, that's just not... Like, like a dad, like you play sports or something and your dad's just like sitting there in the bleachers with his arms crossed and he's just like shaking his head, like just in pure disappointment. That's what you do. When I'm like in the middle of a pressing matter on a film set and it's like 5 minutes, I have 5 heads literally just fold their arms and stare right back at me and shake their heads in just pure disgust. Like as if I am like the bottom of the earth. Like I'm the bottom of the barrel, like piece of garbage,
Aww.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but at least admit it.
Expectations.
Exactly. And just say that. Just say like, hey, I have these high expectations, and nothing makes me happy in life.
Hey.
I'm kidding. You're very happy. You're a very happy person, but you get intense.
I will admit that.
It's impossible not to on a film set. I gotta move this. Okay. Are you seeing it?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yes. Gotta do your thing.
Yeah, I'll do my thing.
Do your thing. Can I just micromanage you the whole time?
If, people just stop. I just super spiked the mic, and I'm sorry, but it needs to be said because I need you to take it down a notch. Just trying to. Okay. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, guys, here comes. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Get Reelisms podcast. I'm Adam Chase Rennie.
And I'm Christine Chen.
22, you guys. We're here. We're doing it. We're live. Hello, Facebook. Hello, Instagram. How's it going? Everyone feeling good? You guys see the debate? Yeah, who gives a shit about that? Anyways, let's move on. Let's move on.
Yes,
Who's running again? Gandalf and Gimli? Who is it again? I forgot. Anyways, episode 22, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we're talking Film Prize. Vouet, written, directed by Christine Chen, is in the Film Prize. Tell us about it, Christine.
Film Prize is on. We start at midnight all the films are available to watch online this time because COVID. But the positive of COVID is that now everybody in the world can join in the festival because it's virtual. You don't have
That's
to
right.
be in Shreveport. Yes, exactly. So you should watch the films because they're going to be awesome. There's a lot of veterans that are coming back. So it's this big, giant family reunion. There's Eva Contis, and there's like Alexander Jeffrey, and then there's Jeremy. It's going to be awesome. I'm really excited. I have 2 films. Well, one I worked on as the AD. So Nice to Meet You is the other one by Michael Landry. That one is also in the running, so I'm excited about that. And my film, Bouet, which I'm also very, very excited about. So, yes. Film prize.
Congratulations, Christine.
Special to me. I have a very soft spot for film prize. It's every year I say I'm not going to do it.
No, I mean, it's a wonderful film festival.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I appreciate even the filmmakers that are there, the other filmmakers, because they're sort of like-minded individuals, just crazy and creative at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's lovable. It's amazing. And it's intoxicating too, I think. And shout out to everyone who worked on the LA Film Prize.
Here are the people who are on my film that I have incredible respect for, and thank you so much for being it. Okay, so you don't understand. This film happened on our day off, working 15-hour long days back to back for 6 days, and this was our only day off.
You were talking about it with Thomas.
Another film, yes.
Yeah.
Thomas is like, why do you keep making me work on my off day?
I wonder the same thing, Thomas.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
Thomas is like, yeah, bitch, why do you keep making me work on my off day? I'm like, but you get to drink.
You get to act and drink.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's such method acting.
Yeah, no, it was. I have a lot to thank the cast and crew that who did it, because I mean, we were making other films and it was crazy, and I just said, hey, I met you for 2 days. Would you like to do another film with me? And then I was like, I looked at them with my sad puppy eyes, and I was like, and you can drink the whole time. It's going to be like we're off, and of course they made them work their ass off.
But it's worth it though. You made a
Thomas Johnston killed it. He's nominated for Best Actor, so everybody Thomas Johnston. And then Rachel Whittle killed it. When she wasn't acting, she was kind of like second ACing and like helping out with everything. And then we pulled in other people who weren't like there on set, but Hollywood was our costume designer for the other 3 features that we were on. And I kind of subtly, on top of all the other responsibilities he already had, I was like, hey, could you also like pull some clothes for us, please? And then Caleb, who he did one of the props in there. He lent us his beautiful legible handwriting, and of course Carly Scheel. She's my second AD on the other features, and she was the second AD. And then she made sides. Girl made sides. Yeah, we were
really on her day off.
On her day off, she made 2 sets of sides for
Christine,
the other movie.
You should marry her.
We are married.
God bless you.
Yeah. So yeah, she made sides. I made a schedule, and it was just cool how it came out. It was so organic. I literally day 1 or 2, or I can't remember. It was day 2 we're just sitting there. There's this big long table in John Schneider Studios, the main house called River House. It's kind of where we were powwowing and doing our production office stuff. And I was just sitting there, and I'm like, I'm going to make something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm going to make at all. I don't make something.
It's going to happen.
And it's going to happen. I feel inspired by the location, so thank you to John Schneider Studios for letting us use his space. Shout out. It's beautiful. It's a giant-ass property in the woods. On there are several... It's set up to be an amazing like studio space, really. There's little tiny homes throughout the place where you can basically host your cast and crew. And then there's like it used to be a YMCA camp, basically. And so you just, there's a meeting area where we did our swab nasal tests, where medics were and everything. We meet up there, and that's sometimes where food was. And then on the properties are several different cool sets, and so there are RVs, there are cabins, there's this giant, biggest swimming pool I've ever seen, and like a cool theater, and I don't know, it was fun times. I was like, I'm gonna have to write something. I don't know what I'm gonna write. I'm just gonna write something, and I did, and we made it. And I edit. It was just hard because I was editing it after getting off of set, working like 13, 14 hours. And the AD department always works overtime. Like we were working like 15-hour days,
First one in, last one out. That's the production motto.
First one in, last one out. Yeah, AD department always first one in, last one out. So we would get in at, let's say call time's at 1, right? So we get in at 12, and then people, we were great. We had 10-hour days, so we would wrap at like, I don't know, 11, 10 or whatever. But then we would spend hours in the production house basically making sure everything was ready for the next day. So by the time we got out, it was like a 13, 14-hour day. So, and then I'd go back and be like, all right, let's edit this film in my bed. Yeah. So
well, that just shows you weren't fucking around. This is a movie with love and passion, and you're so passionate about it that you made a whole fucking schedule on your day, and you got other people to join in with your endeavor.
Yes. In the middle of Film Prize, so it starts tonight at midnight.
Yes.
And it basically, you buy a ticket and you go and we watch all 20 films before you can vote, and each ticket is a vote. And what's cool is you got to submit your vote by the 11th midnight, so you have a good chunk of time to watch the film. And I don't know where I was going with this exactly. I think
you were so. Well, are you talking about the Film Prize or Vouet?
Oh, for the Film Prize, yeah.
Right.
So
the Film Prize, people can access it. It's online. Where can they go to?
Filmprize.com/tickets.
Filmprize.com/tickets. And so when they have access to these tickets, they have how long to watch every single one of those movies?
Like a week,
including Vouet?
October, you can start tonight at midnight if you wanted to. All the way to the 11th midnight, you got to submit your vote. And you vote for Best Actor, Best Actress, and also Best Film, which hopefully is Vouet, and Best Actor, hopefully Thomas Johnson. He's an okay actor.
He's aight. So the Film Prize starts at midnight tonight. So the second. Tonight. Yeah, so the 2nd of October to the 11th of October, you have roughly 8-9 days to watch a whole bunch of movies.
To watch it.
You don't have to be in Louisiana, you guys.
You don't have to be in Louisiana.
You can be in Texas, California, New York. Who cares?
I thought this was a great opportunity because there were so many times when people wanted to come join and couldn't because they couldn't make it to Shreveport. So
sure,
you can actually watch it, and you can see that I don't just make really cool movie trailers. For the longest time, people were like, you just edit really great movie trailers, and that's, the movie could be shit because they've never seen it, but the trailers are good. But
if
now you can see
if
it.
anybody knows Christine Chen's known for a whole hell of a lot more than fucking trailers. Christine, give me a break. You're making full-fledged features and short films. Knock it off. How dare you? You're
Yeah,
a
but
filmmaker.
sure, but nobody knows. So.
Good God, lady. Put yourself on a pedestal once in a while. If not, I will.
No, I hope people will love it. I love this film. I I love it because when I first started the film prize, it was in 2014. I had never made I hadn't finished and completed a short film at that point.
Yeah.
I attempted to prior to 14, but that was, I would say, my official serious short film was in 2014. Prior to that, I was doing documentaries, and then I had worked on a few sets. I had attempted to make a pilot and something else, and none of it ever got finished in post. And 2014, A Bird's Nest was the first film I ever made. And it was, I would tell you, like, the first time you go to a film festival, the first time you do the festival circuit, it's magical.
It is.
We didn't know what to expect, like that feeling of like when your name is announced and you get into the top 20.
I bet that's
like,
amazing. Yeah.
It's so exciting. It's extremely exciting. And then the film prize does such a great job with honoring its filmmakers, and we're going there and they've got like panels for us and we get to do interviews, and all these people are only watching our films, 20 films. So all these people are only watching 20 films, and that's amazing. They have to watch all of them. So it's not like your typical film festival where there's hundreds of films and you like don't get to watch most of them because there's no way you're going to spend the whole day. Even if you spent the whole day watching all the films back to back to back that day, there's no way you're going to still be able to see all the films because they've got like 5 or 6 screenings going on at the same time of all different kinds of films. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so this is so special that everybody has to watch your film. And it's cool because then you're walking down the street and random people will just like pull you over and be like, hey, I really loved your film, or I did not like your film. I've had people tell me that, and I appreciate that. It was too violent. I got that a few times. Your film is too violent, gratuitous violence. I was like, well, I'm sorry. Or like your film was super creepy, but my first film was like that. Like something.
So that's just, so yeah. They're not giving you, I see. So they're not giving you the criticism they're just opinion-based criticism.
Yeah.
It's not
people.
Art related criticism. This is not.
Well, it's both because how the Louisiana Film Prize is judged.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So how it's judged is half of it is the audience, half of it is a panel of judges.
Right.
And these judges are from really esteemed film festivals like what we got, Florida Film Festival.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like there's a bunch,
yeah,
and it's pretty cool. And so they I know Linda from Shorts TV is often there. She's on the Academy board and she's amazing. And they also judge your film as well. But I love. Some people hate how the ratings go, but I quite honestly think it's a great comparison to how real life is. You've got the critics, right? They give you your Rotten Tomatoes and stuff like that. And then you've got your audience. And it can skew, Sometimes the audience loves a film and the critics hate it. Sometimes the critics loves a film and then the audience doesn't. And so this nice happy middle is how the film prize judges the film and how the points come into be.
Right.
And, so I think it's awesome. It's a great gauge. And for the most part, when a film does well at Film Prize, you see it do really well other places. But it is not a gauge of like if you don't get into Film Prize, then you're not going to. There's also definitely films that don't do that, don't make it into Film Prize that do very well outside. So, but I just love how well that they treat the filmmakers and how you actually get to are able to have a in-depth conversation with most people who are at the event about your film at some point, which is very rare at most film festivals. Most film festivals, my conversations are like, hey, did you go see the shorts block? And they're like, oh no, sorry, we went and caught the other block feature, or well, no, we had to see this other. So then you like
it was
don't
playing at the same time,
yeah,
and we
it
can
was
only see
playing at the
one.
same time,
Yeah,
so I couldn't only see one. So I'm sorry I couldn't see your film. This is
right.
different. It's like, yes, I saw your film, and I saw these other ones, and I love this block, and I love this film, and so it's just a really unique experience. And what's amazing is the community of filmmakers that you become lifelong friends with. And I mean, the friends that I made in 2014 are still my friends right now, and we make stuff together. You know, I've AD'd plenty of people's films who, you know, I've met with through the through the film prize, and I co-directed one with somebody I met through the film prize, Gloria, in 2018, I think 17.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and every year, like, there's something new. And if you treat it like, hey, what am I trying to work on this year in terms of like my film and stuff, it's just super fun to watch how everybody as a whole improves as filmmakers, and we're all learning from each other and being inspired from each other. And I think that's the beauty of Film Prize. It's that there are veterans that are there, and you grow with them and you watch them grow, and then there's new people that come in and challenge us, like, oh wow, we didn't see that perspective, that's cool, you know. And yeah, it's an amazing experience, and I've been doing it since 2014. So I've had, let's see here, A Bird's Nest first year, 2015 was Two Roads, then 2016 was Yaobi. That was still one of the best years ever. 2017 was Shakespeare on the Range. 2018 was it's 2018 Gloria and Not Your Ordinary Hero. I had two. 2019 I didn't get in, but that's okay. And 2020 I'm back in, back in. So
In a big bad way. It's good.
In a big bad way. And oh, I know why I was talking about. And it's extremely special because all the years I've had a crew. I miss my crew, actually. They're in Austin, quarantined.
That's right.
Jason, Kelly, you know, the usual peeps.
Adam, it's fine.
Yeah. And yeah, they're all quarantined and stuck in Texas.
Did you forget about me?
Wait, you were on my team? Just kidding.
And that's been the Get Reelisms podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been it.
And yeah, and I grew up with them for all these films, and then this one was just me on camera. And there was a sound person and Carly who like helped out with everything else. And I just Thomas just did not yell at him. I'm always yelling at him. Thomas, do this better. Thomas, locations. Thomas, yeah, that's what you'll always hear. I'll be like, go for Thomas. Thomas, Christopher Thomas. Yeah.
And just talk over each other.
Yeah, pretty much, because we can't hear each other on our really cloudy walkies. But yeah, and this year it was the purest of film for me, because I mean, I had no crew really. I found the image through my camera, which is, if anybody is struggling to be creative right now, like, that's the most satisfying thing. Like, go make your own stuff. Use your phone. Go create stuff. I mean, this film was honestly inspired by the fact I was at the same time simultaneously teaching a class for Carol Hickey, and the class was actually for actors. And the whole idea of the class was to take control of your acting career by creating your own content. And so many of my students in there made their own films, and some of them got into film festivals, and I was so proud of them. And this inspired me to be like, hey, I don't need a full-on crew. I have a camera. I've got people. Let's just do it. We're going live. We're doing it. And so, yeah, and we did it, and we made it, and it was an awesome experience. There's something about having a small crew. There's something about um, just something tight knit where everybody feels like they're every single person like contributed immensely. You know,
Feels more
so
personal.
it's extremely personal because you get, I've done some big sets now, and those big sets sometimes you don't like departments don't even know each other, like they don't meet each other, they don't hang out together or whatever. But there's something about a small intimate set. It's like you went to war together, and it was fun. And we just, and this was no pretentiousness. This was us just being like, what, we're just gonna drink and have fun, and we're not sure what we're gonna make.
And I think that's what
Yeah.
filmmaking is originally all about, and that's, I think, why people gravitate towards movies that I wouldn't say not necessarily take them seriously, but poke fun at the fact that if seriousness does arise, there's plenty of room to keep each other in check. You know what I mean? Like there's plenty of room to say like, hey, we're making movies here, you guys. We're not trying to cure cancer. We're not trying
We're making movies. And
we're not trying to split an atom here.
Yeah, I get like there's
Jesus
a point,
Christ.
we got to be professional for sure on bigger sets, and there's a hierarchy. Like I get it, but in the end, man, like you just got. I'm a firm believer that we have to be having fun.
100%.
That's the beauty of filmmaking, and I think we get so wrapped up, just with the stress. It is stressful. We've got, the elements working against us, and time and money is time, and time is money.
And now COVID is sort of another monkey in the wrench. Yeah.
Yeah. And everything. But in the end, it's all about the story. It's all about the story, and you should just make it if you think that you have a good story. So this is literally like the representation of that. I had a story in mind. I grabbed my friends, and we just went and made it. And used what we had and made it. So I have my team to really thank. So that's my lead actors, Thomas Johnston, Rachel Whittle. Shout out to you guys. And then my crew that was with me the days we were shooting, Carly Scheel, co-producer Manch. I can never pronounce the last name, so if I butcher it, Cadwalder was the boom sound op. And that was it in terms of crew that was like working together, like shooting. Greg Hall joined us on the very, very last day for a very special thing that we did. We got to set some shit on fire.
Set some shit on fire.
And then behind the scenes, we had Hollywood, who'd helped us with a little bit of the wardrobe. We have Caleb Lewis that did a little prop in there. Thanks to Aaron Hogan, Jency Hogan, they let me borrow their camera. So I'm like stuck in Baton Rouge or Holden, Louisiana, and I'm just like texting me like, "Hey, can I borrow your camera?" And people like really cool. So let me borrow his camera. And then I had so big thanks to him, obviously John Schneider for letting me use
run amok.
Run amok, exactly. He let me run amok. We're like little hoodlums, just like running around and breaking shit. And then we have David Lackey. He does my visual effects all the time, and he's great.
Oh yeah, I think I met that guy.
Yeah, David Lackey. He's
good
awesome.
guy.
Yeah, good guy. And I gave him a really difficult schedule to work with, like pretty much a week to do all these special effects and stuff. And he did it. He nailed it. Bothered the crap out of him. He like started blocking my calls.
Listen, Christine keeps bothering me when I'm on my day off. This is ridiculous.
And then Jeffrey Reed, who's done my sound mix from Taproot Productions, Taproot, who did the sound mix. Nick Longoria actually made showed up in this too. He's usually my composer, and I found the music. So unfortunately, he didn't compose the main music in the film, but he jumped on and composed the music for the trailer, which is badass. So thank you to that. And who else? I feel like there's always a list of people I forget to thank, but it's
It's a lot of people.
Making a movie is a family. You know, it takes a village. It's cliche, but it is so true.
Takes a
Even me,
village.
just me filming, like it still takes a village to do it well. So, and I think
But it also requires a participation in said village too, right?
yeah, yes,
Not just like a half-ass participation where it's like, yeah, you know, I'm in this industry for money.
right, exactly.
Those
I don't know if
fucking
anybody
people.
has any questions about the filmmaking process or
Questions?
whatever,
People?
please put in some questions and ask about things with the.
Well, while we're waiting for that, I have a question for you.
Okay.
So for the virtual, if we could talk about like virtual like film
Sure.
festivals for a second. So you were talking about how like especially music festivals and movie festivals, like things just overlap.
Yes.
And movies, you just sometimes miss out on hidden gems, like
Yes.
real
All the
golden
time.
flicks, because you're watching one movie and not the other. So would you think virtual film festivals are, if anything, more productive? Can you
You know
get
what? It's
stuff
hard
out
to
there?
say. So I'm
Unless
very
people are
mixed.
picking and
I
choosing.
think I think everybody is mixed for this. You know what? You know what would be cool
Hmm.
actually if they continue this virtual option, but like you can buy, like you have both options. Like hopefully once the world is opened up officially, and we can finally have festivals again and be in groups, they should keep the virtual option for people, you know? So like maybe like your virtual option can come with your pass, but you have the option also to be at the festival. That way that
Oh.
way you don't miss out on stuff. That way you can go and rewatch other films, or like go find films that you really wanted to see but it was during your block or something like this.
Yeah.
I
It's like
haven't
I
seen it
missed
yet.
out on that
Dude,
movie.
that
I can
should be
watch it
what it is.
tomorrow
Exactly.
online.
Or
Yeah.
people who couldn't make it to the film festival for any reason can
Right.
still join in. I think that's the way to go, honestly.
Makes
Um,
sense.
I think that makes perfect sense. Because yeah, grandma, grandpa can always come travel to wherever you are for your film festival. I'm sure sometimes they would like to support, right?
Or they could just go
So
right straight to their living room and, you know, watch it there
true,
virtually.
true. But I think that's the way to go. I think Film Prize, if they can, should keep part of it, like they keep a virtual option,
Right.
but also have the event, because the beauty of the event is it's the connections that you meet, and it's the saying yes to the random drunken, hey, come see my film, and then you like go and don't know what to expect, and then it turns out to be like one of the best films you ever watched, or you're at a party and you meet somebody you think they're super cool, and they say, hey, I have a film screening, and you never would have in a million years gone to that film screening, but you go because you know the filmmaker now, right?
Yeah.
And you want to support them.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no replacing of that experience, that the organic network
Community.
that you build
Yeah.
and community while you're at the film festival. And also, like, who doesn't like to go and party with some people, in person?
Yeah. I
And
mean,
get
that's what you
into
do in a
an
music
idea.
festival, anyways.
Exactly.
You
So
know?
so I don't think replacing that with virtual or anything is should be what it is, but I do think that the virtual is opening up a lot of different opportunities, and I really think that they should keep that as an option for both, to keep still have some of the virtual, and then also have the option to go to the film festival, so
It should
I
be
think that's
accessible
great.
by anyone and everyone,
Yeah,
especially
like
to
I
have
get like
like
it
a,
being like exclusive and all this stuff, but I think in the end, filmmakers just want their films to be seen. They want they want regular people to see it. And so allowing and let's say, okay, so maybe this is the exclusivity or whatever. So then make it where the virtual part happens a week later, you know? It
oh,
doesn't have to
right.
happen simultaneously when the film festival is happening. It can be like first week is going to be the real stuff, the exclusive things, and you meet the celebrities, all that stuff. And then afterwards, then you have your virtual option, right? I just think you can make double the money that way, and people would totally take that option.
That seems like a cash cow,
I think so
truly.
too. And now that they've done it, they have the infrastructure. So why would you go and not keep that, right?
Well, right, and you can still even maintain that same level of consistency in terms of like critics and audience. So you can still have that democratic voting process of every single film festival will have like you said, the virtual process, so everyone, including the audience, can vote on said film. And then, so yeah, there's an audience consensus and then there's a critics consensus, just like Rotten Tomatoes. But it's
Yeah,
for every single movie in the top 20 lineup.
yeah.
You
So
know,
that's
so
my thought process. I think that would be
that sounds foolproof. Yeah, it
yeah.
sounds great.
Okay, I see a bunch of people like that idea. Yay! I just saw a bunch of people commenting. Okay, so Carl says best of both worlds plus virtual greatly expands our audience. Exactly, but nothing
Exactly.
beats a live audience. So I totally get it. Adam said, after rekindling your love for small crews and Dogma 95, will this change or affect how you shoot films in the future?
Hmm.
This is a hard one to say. I think that the way I shot this worked for this particular film. I don't think it can always work for all films. I think it's just specifically this film was designed and written to be this kind of feel, so it
Yeah.
works, But it does open my mind in terms of, hey, if I'm in a bind and if I'm really, really wanting to do a feature, I could totally write one and shoot one myself, you know, and I would
Yeah.
just need to cater the story to that style, and I totally can do that. So it definitely opens up the aspect of, yeah, I totally shouldn't be afraid to approach it that way. And I've actually seen there's several filmmakers that I follow on Instagram and whatnot, She Wolf Films, and they're doing that they shoot, they're making features and shooting it themselves to minimize crew and to stay safe and during COVID. So I definitely think so. I watched a film in South by that was like like a 5-person crew or something, and it was great. Shot with the Sony A7S, actually, surprisingly. Yeah, and it's all about, in the end, it's all about the story. It's not about what camera you have or you know what latest thing you need. But yes, when you do have access to that, it's great, and you can utilize that to best fit your story. But like, remember the time when drones just came out and every single film had a drone shot, a gratuitous drone shot?
Such
Like,
a
that
gratuitous
is
drone
not
shot.
what you should do. Just because you have it doesn't mean that every single thing you shoot has to have a drone. So
No, I want to shoot landscape.
right. So that's what I mean is that,
Stupid fucking excuses to use a drone shot.
yeah, I've watched the film where it's like every single shot was a drone. I was like, why? Why? This makes no sense.
It captures the
Uh,
essence of the landscape.
exactly. So
Shoot me
that's
in
what
the
I'm
head.
saying. Like that. As long as how you tell your story and what you use to tell your story matches that, it doesn't matter what you use. So a cell phone is perfectly fine. I made a short with a cell phone and it turned out great. I love it. I have students that made stuff with cell phones and they're awesome. So I don't know. I just think that it's all about the story and how you tell the story, and I think, yeah, now that I know that I was very capable. Oh, I always knew I was very capable of shooting, but like, I mean, I can totally write a script where I just shoot it with just a few people. Why not? Right? So
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's like that's an ability you have to learn, you know? Like you can't, I'm not saying like nobody can just jump up and shoot something. You can't. Anybody can. And now we have such great quality phones that can shoot in 1080p 4K quality.
4K. I know. I had Thomas actually shoot his whole audition in 4K, and I was like, "Why did you do that?"
Well, that's hilarious, but that's for another podcast.
Don't shoot your audition in 4K.
But I guess that's my point though, right? Is that you have all these tools with you, but how many of them actually do it?
Right.
How many of them really just say, okay, I think I'll start it next week. Like you're just making up, excuses, but you, Christine, you already know and you already see it. So
there's no excuses, everyone. Go make a film.
There isn't.
Use your phone.
Well, I mean, I don't think that's my point. I don't think that was my point. But my point was, yes, I guess it is sort of my point. But more of that, like these smaller film crews, like these now major motion picture films are kind of like a thing of the past. They're not a thing. Are you laughing at me? What's going on?
Oh, Thomas said, and I have a couple more auditions for you to tape. And I was like, in 4K?
But yeah, I mean, it feels a little old school to have like, oh, well, I got to throw money at it, or I got to have like a 50, 100, 200 person crew to match the level of, or match the scale of what I'm trying to shoot. If you're Christopher Nolan, whatever the fuck.
Whatever,
okay.
Exactly. Yeah, sure. Go crash your plane, Christopher Nolan.
Who cares? Who cares? Go for it, But I'm saying like for just regular film, even like high profile directors like Edgar Wright or those film, they still shoot on independent budgets. They're not.
I mean, more money, more problems, right? And I see this all the time. More money, more problems. And also, besides more money, more problems, like it gets so heavy. It's a lot of fat, right? When we have that much fat, you can't move as fast, and you can't. I get why there are positions and for safety and for a lot of reasons and stuff like that, and for certain things you do need that, Mm-hmm. But like it does not mean though that somebody cannot just make their film with what they have, with minimal people, with minimal budget. Like it's just, so people shouldn't be afraid to do that. Look, I'm saying this and I'm just like trying to get money for my feature and like crying about it. So like I foot and mouth. So I'm just saying it's possible. It's hard, but it's possible.
No. But you have a right to say your piece though. I mean, like there's that's the only thing, right, that makes this world go around is money. And that's pretty unfortunate because money is the only thing that is keeping people away from their creativity.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that is like making it worthwhile. They're like, well, why can't I just go on YouTube and shoot like stupid vlog videos about my dog and get 7 million hits, and I'm making my money that way. Yeah, go for it. But in the longevity, in the long run of things, like how's that going to work out for you?
Right. So I've given up making money as a filmmaker.
Well, I mean, should you? I'm saying, like, yeah, that's true. That's funny. That's really funny. I'm only going to make my money this way.
Well, I have Get Reelisms.
It's hilarious. But, yeah. What were you saying? Go ahead.
I'm always going to be broke because I'm just going to sink all my money back into making films.
Well, I mean, yeah. Here's the thing, like money means nothing to me. You know what I mean? Like, okay, let me take that back. It does mean a lot when it's keeping me away from doing the thing that I want to do, right? Isn't that like a contradictory bullshit thing, catch-22 we live in? It's like, well, we need to make money in this industry even though we don't give a shit about money. You know, it's contradictory, I should say. Yeah, I don't know. It feels it's fine to want money, but it's also not fine if you're doing X, Y, and Z because of money.
Right.
Like if you're in it because you're like, well, hey, if I can land a feature, Christine, that means I can get 7 figures of my salary and I can like finally buy that fucking yacht that I want to and just take it into the Bermuda Triangle and get lost. No, but but you have this thing with you and you have this filmography with you from all your shorts, including Fun Employment. You know, that's fucking rad, dude. You can wear that. It's like a WWE belt. You know, you just put that on there and you're like coming in like glossing like Macho Man, Randy Savage. You know, like in his prime. I'm serious. Like, it's great. Like, you can just walk in with them stunner shades and just be, ooh, yeah, it's fucking win the LA Film Prize. I'm Christine Chen. But it's like you sure? You sure? That's what I hear. I might be wrong. I don't know. I need to get my ears checked. They're so big. I can hear the sun come up in the morning. But yeah, I do believe that creativity trumps money. But I do know that money is the only thing that can get you to make the fucking thing. Yeah. Make you the art. Isn't that fucked up?
I think it's just challenging. I think we just challenge that, right? I think we just have to create content that challenges that. Just like you challenge the fact that we can't have giant crews right now. So you create content that challenges that. So
right.
And it's great because then there's a new form of creativity. There's a new way of storytelling. And I think that's the beauty of filmmaking. That's the beauty of art, is that it's fluid and you're supposed to change with the times, with what's around your environment, what's available, and use that limitation to fuel your creativity. You know,
I love it.
Yeah,
fuel the creativity, and the imagination goes so wild. You know.
Yeah. So it's funny because I've heard some people being like, oh, I'm in quarantine and like I don't want to do anything. I was like, quarantine's the best time to write. Right. You're in quarantine. Write as much as you can. Let your mind go free. You can explore spaces that way. You can meet people in your brain. Write. You have to write. So
it's true, and a lot of people should agree with that, but I know a lot of people, because I feel the same way. I feel like you now have this opportunity. I remember talking about this with a friend of mine, and she's going through quarantine. She lost her job, X, Y, and Z. And she was telling me, she was like, I don't know what I can do in quarantine. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You have thousands of things to work on. You want to quilt? You want to knit? You know, like you want to make a movie? Make a movie. Do it. You know,
like time to do stuff. Like this is.
And she had an office job, and she was like, I don't know what to do. It's just like, listen, now the sky's the limit. And she was like, well, because of the politics and all this, I feel like, and I'm going to get a lot of flack, but I feel like the world problems are the easiest way to victimize yourself from doing anything.
Oh, don't get me started on that.
Girl, don't you dare.
Shit.
But you agree though, right?
Like I agree so much.
Like it's a bullshit cop-out thing to do. It's like, well, Corona, stop it.
I can't do anything because there's a pandemic. Yes, you can.
Well,
you have a computer.
I can't go outside because Trump. What? Stop it. You know what I mean?
Biggest cop out.
Yeah.
I can't shoot it. Yes, you can. I shot something in my apartment with my
phone. Shoot it. Yeah.
Yeah. You can. the world is still your oyster.
I mean, yeah, if that guy from My 500-Pound Life is losing weight during quarantine, like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And he's already 100 down. Like,
yeah. I got in shape during quarantine. Yeah.
You look great, by the way. You look awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't let the politics, don't let
the world problems just inundate you. You can't.
Problems should not be a cop-out.
Right.
That is such a great theme. The world problems should not be a cop-out.
Because now we're just living, 2020 is a year of victims. Like, we can't, like, we got to stop. Like, we just, like, things will bounce back.
Say it again. World problems should not allow you to victimize yourself.
Oh, so the world problems we face with now should not let us victimize from what we want to do creatively.
Exactly.
So you got all these, and of course, like, people were like, well, before Corona was an excuse. Exactly. So now that you have the time and you're fired from your job, you're laid off from your job, whatever it is,
do the thing furloughed, that you're wanting to do that you didn't have time to do. Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Stop completing puzzles and checking your Instagram feed. Knock it off.
Yes.
Watch The Social Dilemma and cry yourself to sleep. I'm kidding.
Wait a sec. Doug says, great. Oh, Doug says, great point. I've written more in the last 6 months than in the last 6 years. That's good.
I'm telling you, this is an ongoing year for me to write this script, and
Adam says, but what if you have COVID?
Oh, well, yes, Adam, that's true. That's true.
Sorry you had COVID. Yes.
Yeah, we apologize.
We apologize. Yes, if you have COVID, obviously you need to take care of yourself.
You need to take care of yourself. A good way to cure COVID, I heard, and quote me if I'm wrong, you got to play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, available now on your Xbox Marketplace. And drink some tomato soup. That's what I heard, Duncan.
We're not saying that, like, obviously this is a legit problem in the world.
It is a legit problem. I'm making a joke, and I shouldn't be. I'm sorry.
No. But everybody needs to be careful and stay safe in quarantine. But what we're saying is, if you're using that as an excuse to not do and pursue your dreams or continue to work towards them, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm. Such a problem.
That's a huge problem. That should not be an excuse. Don't victimize yourself.
Because then your insecurities are the barriers that are just like blocking you from doing what you want to do because of this and that and the news, and I turn on CNN and it's just everything is on fire. What?
This is a great time to learn so many things for free online, virtually. Sundance had opened up all these like courses. There was these courses to learn like social media. Like there's so much stuff that was available on the net to do. Like I don't know. I had a great time doing That sounds terrible. But I did. I learned a lot of stuff. I wrote a lot of stuff. I created a lot of stuff. I created a short film, 2 short films. And I'm writing 3 scripts right now, and I'm ready to go in production for my feature whenever I get the rest of the money. And like you can do all this stuff, yeah.
Well, yeah, and seeing you do it makes it all the more reason. You know what I mean? Like you're such a lighthearted, sweet, awesome, independent, and inspiring human being. That being said, you are a pain in the... I'm kidding. But
I'm aware. I'm aware.
I'm kidding. No, but
I am very aware.
No.
With my roommate about this a lot. I was like,
stop. That was a joke. That was a silly joke. I don't mean it.
No, but I am super annoying I am overly productive sometimes compared to some people. So,
taking a week off isn't the end of the world, Christine. Taking a siesta once in a while is not a bad idea. But No, but my point was is that seeing you do all of this just makes it all the more reason to understand. Like, listen, this isn't rocket science. It's picture. It's the proof is there.
Yeah.
You just have to watch these fucking podcasts. You see, one of us is the more talented than the other.
I love filmmaking so much. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with it.
And it shows.
And like, I wake up thinking about it. I go to sleep thinking about it. During the day I think about it. And there's no pandemic that is going to keep me from doing that. Nothing will keep me from doing that, you know. I'll be on my deathbed and I'll do it, you know. Figure out a way to do it, you know.
Right.
So, and you're right.
I can't wait for your first feature to direct Beyond the Grave. In the afterlife.
In the afterlife.
Rolling action!
What? Oh my gosh, I regret. What if my will was this whole, like, schedule, like cast plus this hidden. That's what I'm gonna do, bitches. A hidden script that needs to be carried on with exact directions on what to do and how we would direct it. And that will be my dying wish. And then legitimately I will have directed from my grave. Like, I will even like put it on video and like be like, all right, this is what in this scene, this is what it's gonna be. Dude, I would be the most badass director ever.
I know, yeah. And then in the script, it's just like, and I want the very last frame. I want it all to cut to black, and the very last frame says, "See, bitches, I told you so." Christine Chen.
I told you so.
Oh, that would be amazing.
That would be badass. Now I'm like, holy shit. Yeah, I'm totally gonna do that.
It's amazing. Just gave you a great idea.
Great idea.
Well, it is 3:30.
Yes,
so
we're gonna do this last thing, which is Viva La Film Prize.
Yeah.
Go to prizefest.com/tickets. Go get your ticket. There is right now a discount code, WHODAT. So WHODAT. I think it's like 40% off right now.
40% off. What was the code again?
WHODAT. WHODAT. WHODAT.
WHODAT.
Yes. You need to watch all 20 of the films. You will vote for Vue. Just pick the one that you can't pronounce the name for. That's the one you vote for. It's the last one on the alphabet. Vue. And also vote for our lead actor, Thomas.
It's all over our Facebook page, guys. It's not hard to miss.
You're going to go do that.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you're going to do this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And for the rest, it's October 2nd to the 11th to submit your votes. If you have any trouble getting tickets or whatnot, please let me know. Slide into my DMs. I will help you out. And because I want you guys to watch these films. I want you guys to celebrate filmmaking and what it's like to be a short filmmaker or just a filmmaker, you know. And yeah, Viva La Film Prize.
Viva La Film Prize.
That's a long time. I've been doing this for 6 years. It's crazy. These are my film family. So I'm very, very excited. And the virtual red carpet happens tomorrow at 6 p.m. So
nice.
I'm gonna get all like dressed up and stuff. Yeah.
Watch out for Christine Chen slaying the red carpet. So, you guys, get reelisms.com. Pick up your book today. Get the poster today. Get reelisms.com.
And it's so cool back there.
So framed, so neat, so chic, so wonderful, so good.
So fresh.
So fresh, so clean. You guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. Louisiana Film Prize.
Louisiana Film Prize. Viva La Film Prize.
Viva La Film Prize. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for watching. We love you.